Hey Tom, here's an interesting little site. It's called compete.com. You can go and put in your name. The basic part of it is free, but it's kind of interesting. You see some of the trends and how many hits you're getting. And for instance, in November of last year, you had 221 hits, and here this month you're on track for 1,300 and 21. And here you must have had some kind of promotion in July because you really had a good hits there. That's kind of interesting information. Your web and your website, and gosh, you've got it pretty well covered. I think you've done a really nice job. If you do pool cover in San Diego, of course you come up right there in the number 3 spot. Can't be much better than dead center, right in the middle. Um, Let me put in Los Angeles. And let's see, it's not in the paid ads. And for some reason it's not up here. It is in good position, but not on the map. The nice thing about being in the map area is that you get the local phone number right next to it, and that's a critical part of the Google search. And of course, you are right here in the paid ads. But as I'll show you in a minute, I think it's pretty important to be in that box. One more quick one here, which will be Riverside, which of course you dominate. That can be either Riverside County or just whatever. And there you are right there. And so, nice job. Interesting thing though, there's been a study by Google, and you can find this if you Google it. But this is actually their graph showing where the eyes go, and they had like an amazing, almost 100-to-1 difference between the position up here and let's say down here in the paid ads or the even the natural search down below. So it's really important that the darker bright orange here, the dark deep red oranges is where the eyes go. These are some I want to show you. These are some of the words that I looked for on up here at Google AdWords. I just put in pool cover and came up with by far that is the best word to be searching for. You can look through that on your own. If I put in your name, interesting information comes up. If I put in and search, let me go up here and show you that I put in your name, PoolSafe here. And there's some other words that come up that people are finding. Now, this isn't the actual searches. You didn't get 1,800,000 hits, but it's a factor. It's a number that shows what's happening on your website. But the number one word that came up, again, a significant number, is pool safety, and down here you've got pool covers 201,000. But what's interesting too are these other, for instance, swimming pool is just, there are a lot of people hitting your site that they put in swimming pool and they go to your site. One thing you might consider doing is, I'm going to talk to you about redoing your website, but one of the things you'd consider doing is just have some kind of little notice in their checkbox they can put in as they respond if they're interested in a swimming pool. And you could give those responses to your better dealers and just let them share it so they wouldn't get upset and they'd know that they're participating in that. One thing about your website, I want to mention one thing here. I did find an article that was really interesting that to me, if I were a homeowner, it talks about the 3,500 fatal injuries and the 10 deaths per day and 710 people died from drowning. More than one of the 4 fatal victims are children 14 years and younger. Who's at risk? Children 1 to 4 years old, and most die in a swimming pool. So That's interesting blog information too, which I'd encourage you. Your website, I would encourage you to do a couple things. If I were going to redo this, and I'm blatant enough to recommend that you let me rebuild this site. Of course, nothing would change on this site until you approved it. But right here or up here, I would have a video. That would be my opening shot, would be a video, live video of the product and how they work. Perhaps this could even be redone with live video. Video is an incredible, been proven to be an incredible, makes your site sticky. People want to stay and look at it. And when you host it on YouTube, of course, Google likes it, and it does help your natural search. The other thing I would encourage you to have is a great big button up here somewhere that on every page that says click here for a bid, click here for a free bid, something like that. And then I would also have an invitation to join your email list. And the other thing would be a big old button that says, read our blog. And that's where you'd have interesting safety information, what have you, maybe. And there are a couple of good videos I found for children swimming, that sort of thing, too. Back to one other little thing I want to mention is the areas where Google eyes go, and you can see from that study, what they have is the paid ads, and then of course you have, looking at the bottom, you have the organic down here, which is just a natural way, and we really work on that almost on a daily basis. We're looking for reviews for your site and doing all kinds of backlinks to get people to link to your site, so that is the most solid way of getting your website up, so that it will never go down. And as it comes up on the natural search, then you end up in the 10-pack in the map right here, and that's where you really want to be. And of course, there's a white hat way of kind of doing that with some, not tricks, but a way of doing it. We have a way of putting that in these blue dots right up front. This is my customer, Moffett Financial. He's a bishop over in San Diego, and I put him up there in less than 24 hours. Actually, we had that up there for him. So that's where we are. So take a look at the other video, which is just a short summary that I prepared for you, and give me a call.